Yo, what's up? The long-awaited May sale finally started, and this one has literally everything an Enlisted player might wish for in a sale. We get discounted squad slots, discounted premium, and most importantly, discounts on all of the cool gold squads. So let's dive in, because this is really great. I made a list of the best squads to buy for every nation. Also a few trap squads that you want to avoid, especially new players that might get fooled by squads that look good but actually are bad, because there are many intricacies. And for that I'm going to use my second account that I made 1.5 years ago after the merge. Originally to show players how to grind, who start newly in Enlisted, how to grind quickly and easily, and how you can save lots of silver while building up squads and so on. Second advantage is, here I can see everything that's completely, well, every single premium squad, because this is a complete free-to-play account. So, first of all, regarding the May sale, 4 old squads return to the shop, without discounts though, because Enlisted removes premium squads on a regular basis and then returns them a couple of times per year. Basically to create FOMO, obviously. Then you can get additional squad slots. Now for those who don't know what it is, mostly new players, as you can see, if you have a free-to-play account you can use only 4 squads. If you get yourself a premium account you will get 2 squads in addition, and you can also buy additional slots. And this is absolutely worth it, because the first slots are very cheap. It gets more and more expensive the more slots you have. The last slot costs 2,000 gold, or 1,000 without discount. So I recommend everyone who likes the game to pick his favorite nations, maybe multiple, and then to get for them these squads, these additional slots, because they are absolutely great, especially for grinding, since you can play your strongest squads. If the game is hard and if the game is easy, you can just pick your weak squads that you need to level up, and so you're always ahead. And also you do multiple vehicle lineups, like playing 2 different tanks, or playing a fighter and an attacker plane, so you always stay flexible. So yeah, additional squad slots, absolutely worth it. Keep in mind you have to buy them for every nation separately. So yeah, Soviets, Americans, Germans and so on, you will have to get them once again. Though they're so cheap, especially now, they're basically for free. It's a very good investment to get especially the first 2 I would always get. Now also you get the premium discount. What does that mean? Well, Enlisted is a free-to-play game. Well, a semi-free-to-play game rewards you for getting premium stuff on your account that basically improves the whole gaming experience. In Enlisted you get double the experience, you get 2 additional squad slots, and then some minor advantages. Now, most importantly, the 2 additional slots and the double grind speed are insanely good. Effectively, this isn't just double, it's more 1.5 to twice, because you get a compound effect on throughout your grinding. So it's absolutely worth it. For everyone who likes playing Enlisted, it's absolutely worth it getting premium account. Otherwise, the grind will just waste too much of your time. And you rather just enjoy the game and play the stuff you want, and not waste too much time grinding for the stuff you want. And now, obviously, the main recommended buys here are the 90 days and the 1 year, because here you save a lot. And the bigger the number, the more you save. For example, the whole year costs just $20. 2,000 gold, $20 for 1 year, very cheap. I personally always bought this to make sure that I never run out of premium for such a good price. Comparing this to the worst possible price, the 110 gold for 1 day, yes, you can either get 20 days for 2,000 gold, or 20 days for $20, or you can get 365 days for $20. Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna pick out of these 2. Yeah, very simple. And now the main attraction, the premium squads. Now keep in mind, these are only gold squads, not money squads. So every squad that you buy for gold is discounted. Every squad that costs in-game, the real-world currency, is not discounted. But this will likely come in 2 weeks, as it also happened last time. Likely in 2, maybe in 1 week, the other squads will also be on discount. Of course, I'm going to do an updated guide for that too. Now, first of all, which ones of these are worth getting? I'm going to do it this time from fastest to longest, because some nations barely have anything good, and other nations, you might guess which nation it is, yes, it's the most biased one, have infinite amounts of insanely good squads. So first we start with the Japanese, because for those who also saw my strongest nations, strongest weapons guide series from 2 days ago, yeah, the Japanese were basically always last. Here today they're also last, but this actually gave them the spot at the first we start with. Why? What is worth buying for the Japanese? Well, in general, not much, that's a problem. First of all, they don't have that much anyway. They don't even have a discounted motorcycle, because reasons, I guess, according to Gaijin. So yeah, that's bad. Their special old return squad is the Sniper Arizaka squad. I bought this one myself 6 months ago, and this squad sadly sucks. Absolutely hard. It's absolutely bad. Why? It looks cool, that's the only advantage it has, but the weapon is very bad. It's so bad, I have to dual wield with a Tech Tree sniper rifle just to have a proper weapon on BR2. This squad would be okay in BR1, but it's just ridiculously bad because the weapon is insanely slow and just unnecessarily nerfed. So yeah, absolutely bad squad, sadly. And the other squads aren't that good either, except for the APC. This is an absolute must-buy, and also by far the best squad for the Japanese. If you like playing Japanese, you obviously will need an APC, since APCs are literally among the absolutely best squads in the game. Must-play squads. And this one is the only premium APC in Enlisted that doesn't cost real money or real currency. You can get it for gold, which is absolutely great because, yeah, now it's even on discount for a very good price too. And it comes as every premium APC with armor and with a weapon. Specifically 3 machine guns, and also some good speed and so on. It's very hard to kill, it can withstand lots of explosions. Even strong tanks usually don't one-shot it, because there's barely anything that can explode. So yeah, absolutely great squad, absolutely strongly recommended. Last time this was on sale, I instantly bought it, so absolutely great. Then the only other good thing to buy is the Type 100 Paratrooper squad. This is a BR1 squad. And it's not a Paratrooper squad, it's an Assaulter squad. It's just called Paratrooper squad because in real life they were, I guess. Now, what makes the squad so good? Well, it's a medic squad, which comes with a very good weapon on low BR, or meaning on BR1. So it's basically only good for new players. But as every of these premium squads, it gives you additional grind speed. So you're basically getting additional experience with these premium squads, making it very nice and comfy to grind through your tech tree. And the squad overall is quite good, since as one of the few premium squads, premium medic squads, this one comes with an engineer. So the big weakness of medic squads being, well, only just medics who barely can do anything isn't applied here, because you actually have an engineer who can also build all the engineer structures on BR1. Especially a machine gun nest that you can't even get on BR1 usually, because you need you need engineer 2 squads for that, which you get very late. So this is a perfect squad for new players who started playing Japan and who want to grind quickly. And the weapon is also very good. Like, very good weapon, and it doesn't even have recoil. Like, it basically doesn't have recoil, and it didn't even control the recoil. And the soldiers aren't even properly perked yet. Yeah, so this is an absolute must-buy. I would even play it on BR2, like, for fun. Yeah, and the fact that it's a medic squad with engineer capability means it's absolutely perfect for grinding. You can place all the engineer structures. You can drop all of your med boxes, and people are going to pick them up. People are going to use the structures, and you're just going to grind very quickly. So yeah, this is really, really good. And besides that, literally everything is not that good. Most of the things are traps. These planes are either bad or just basically the same as you get for free in the tech tree. And yeah, also this tank isn't that good. It's actually, the cannon is very weak. So yeah. Now, for those who want to get, some new players fall into the trap of wanting to buy a BR5 item or a high BR item, like this plane for BR4, so they don't have to grind and they can play BR4 instantly. Problem of that is, if you still have only these squads here, like the beginner squads, and you jump into BR4 games, you'll be completely destroyed, because your enemies literally have overpowered, unfair weapons, and you just have bolt action rifles and weak stuff. So you rather avoid the situation. This works in other games, but not in Enlisted. Yeah. Also, don't forget, there's one big advantage of premium squads in general. You get a free premium squad slot. So if you don't even to buy anything, as long as you just have one premium squad, you can put it in here. Everything's fine. Doesn't work with event squads though. Alright. Now, Japanese coming with 2 good squads. It's not a surprise, because the tech tree, the offers themselves are very few. Next, we have the Americans with, well, 3 really good squads. First of all, we get a special case. We get a Hurricane. Now, the Hurricane is a BR1 plane, so once again, perfect for new players. What is so good about it? Well, it comes with 2 40mm cannons, which seem to be a bit bugged. They don't auto-shot, they don't one-shot tanks on the ground, but still it comes with insanely good flying characteristics. Not just good, but also very fun to fly, because as you can see, the turn rate is very, very, very small, so you don't have any trouble at all making a turn. Yep, it's a very good turn rate. And once again, the pilot isn't even perked properly. So after perking him, he will even have a better turn rate. Alright, so we turned now. And what you basically do with this plane, you completely destroy enemy planes. They can't survive. Even on BR2, the 40mm shells are absolutely deadly. And if you see something on the ground, well, you give it a nice touch and just blow it up. Yep, you see the engine is burning. Yeah, the engine is destroyed. If this tank, if this was a normal game, the crew would also have taken damage and died. A few of them would have died. And now all you do is you just wait like 10-20 seconds, and the engine is gonna explode due to the fire. And congratulations, you killed your first tank. And now we still have some bullets left, so... Now here, did we penetrate? Oh, this is a much stronger tank. We didn't penetrate, as you can see. This is what I meant with penetration problems. But everything on 1 BR completely dies. And even on BR2, it's also shreds. So overall, if you like playing BR1, this is an absolutely good buy. And also very fun buy. Then, the first real, I would say, must buy for Americans is the M24, which is also what I'm gonna get for myself. The problem with Americans on BR2 is they barely have good tanks. And their best tank is overall the Crusader, and that tank isn't even that good. It just, yeah, it's good if you play it perfectly, but if you play this tank perfectly, it's even much better. So, yeah, this is basically the best cannon you get on low BR. It's a long 75. No one else in the tech tree gets a long 75. You either get short 75s, or you get long 50mm, or you get weak 75s and whatever. This tank doesn't have any of these problems. It's literally a straight up great cannon that destroys everything. And it comes with a top-mounted HMG and normal machine gun. And very good speed, great mobility, 5 soldiers, so perfect crew. You can afford losing 2 soldiers and still be fast with the reload. Only weakness is the armor, though this is also better than most alternatives. So this is straight up the by far best tank you can have on low BR as Americans, and even for other nations this is insanely good. So yeah, absolute must buy, very nice tank to have. And then the Mosquito plane. Yep, as you may see, these are basically only vehicles that are really good. Now, what's so good about a mosquito plane? Well, it's, first of all, where is it? It should be somewhere here. Where? Here it is. Yeah, okay. It's hidden. Well, for a BR3 plane, you get 2 heavy bombs, 4 20mm cannons with quite a good amount of bullets, and 4 little machine guns, and everything perfectly centered here in the middle, meaning you shred everything in the sky, and you shred even everything on the ground, because the fire output saturation on the ground per square meter is so high, you don't need to aim, everything's gonna die, every infantry is gonna die, and you get also very good flying stats. And what makes this plane even better is that Americans don't even have a really good attacker plane on BR3. The best attacker plane on BR3 they have is the P-38G, which is basically a BR2 plane. So this is a really good buy. If you want to improve your army, this is a strong buy. Now, if you look at the infanterists, there are many possible squads, but they're simply not that good. The Tech 3 versions are straight up better. Like most of these squads, if you just play the Tech 3 stuff, it's straight up better. So yeah, you don't really get much. If you're a new player, you absolutely want the M24, absolutely want it. And if you're a higher tiered player, well, for BR5, guess what? You can't even buy stuff for gold for BR5, because you obviously don't want this weak jumbo. Absolutely no reason to have it. And yeah, you rather wait for the normal dollar squads for that sale to get yourself the BR5 stuff. Now, the special squad that returned for the sale is, well, overall it's a weak squad. It has a cool icon, but it's a BR2 squad with a weapon that's more BR1 weapon. It's very fun to play, like the weapon sprays very easy, but the weapon itself isn't too good. It doesn't have vitality, and it's just the weak ass assaulter squad. Yeah, and it's expensive. You don't even get it for sale. So yeah, Americans overall quite disappointing, but it's because they are very currency heavy. As you can see, regarding their greatest squads, they're very currency heavy. For gold, they don't have that much good stuff. Now let's go to the Germans. Now they have more stuff as expected. First, you get the Browning squad. This is one of the few squads that don't get a discount, but are still worth buying at the full price. Yeah, this actually happens in Enlisted, and no, don't be afraid, they're not just 3 soldiers, they're actually 6 soldiers. What makes the squad so good? Well, I made a complete video about it, link down below, I recommend to watch it. Very fun, very strong squad. This squad, as a German squad, basically plays the American Browning that was captured from Polish reserves after 1939, and this weapon is insanely fun to play. Insanely fun to play. You can run around with it. It aims very quickly. The running speed is smaller than usual, and as you can see, you can easily headshot with it because the recoil isn't even that big. Yep, and it even reloads quite fast. So yeah, this weapon is just great. And the squad itself, you can add, once after you bought it, you can add an engineer and an anti-tank gunner or 2 engineers. I personally added 2 engineers because as every premium infantry squad with an engineer, it comes with universal engineers, so they can build everything. Especially HMGs, since it's even a machine gunner squad. So yeah, absolutely cool squad, absolutely strong, also very sexy looking uniforms. Then, after that, we get something fancy, because we have the Beretta M38. Now, this, for a BR1, simply said, for a BR1 machine, for a BR1 weapon, it's good, and it comes with the best possible upside you can wish for. It's a paratrooper squad. Yes, it's a paratrooper squad on BR1 that even has a very nice low price of just literally around $10. Now, this is as much value as it gets, and this is the first time this squad is on discount. It's available for 1 year in the game roughly, and it never went on discount yet because it was too new, but now it's on discount, and this is one of the best buys of the whole sale. It's absolutely perfect for grinding. It's absolutely overpowered for BR1, because not just does it have all the advantages of a paratrooper squad, but it also has insanely good perks that you usually only get around BR3. So yeah, it's as good as it gets. And you don't even need to worry if you want to play it in higher BRs, because since it's a paratrooper squad, it will even get the higher BR paratrooper boxes. So you keep your primary weapon forever, but it's still fine. Doesn't matter which BR, it still delivers, and it has a bayonet for charging. And if you play, for example, on BR5, you will get the BR5 weapons from the box, and then it doesn't even matter. So yeah, this is absolutely good. Also, basically a must-buy, especially if you want to enjoy early war stuff, because these paratroopers will completely overperform on BR1. Then, another thing I'm gonna get myself, the Panzer III-M. Now, what's so good about it? Well, first of all, I need to find it. Panzer III-M, simply, since the Panzer III-N was removed from BR2, this is the overall best tank you can get for Germans on BR2. It has the same cannon as the Panzer III-J1, which has the best penetration of all German tanks in low BR. But it also comes with additional side skirts. And even in the front it has another metal plate. So, not just on the hull, but also on the turret, which isn't depicted here. So this tank comes with, it's as tanky as it gets. Very tanky, the best survivability of all BR2 tanks for Germany, and also best penetration. Even if you get up tiered, the cannon still, with multiple hits, takes out every enemy tank. And the anti-infantry performance is fine. It's not the strongest, but it's still good with 50 millimeters. So yeah, overall the best German tank for BR2. If you like playing Germany BR2, as much as I do myself, this is absolutely something you want to have in your lineup. Then we have a plane, the Breda 88. Now, if you once again like BR2 Germany, because it's the last BR where you can actually play and enjoy early war environments, this is absolutely a plane for you, because not only looks it very good, it's simply the best attacker plane you can get for low BR Germany. Why? Because the second best is the Stuka with 20 millimeters and 5 bombs, 1 heavy, 2 small ones, overall 450 kilogram bomb load. This plane has 300 bomb load, though 3 100 kilogram bombs are better than 1 heavy and 4 small. So this in itself is better, and it comes with 3 HMGs, which are not just absolutely, which are better against enemy planes than 20 millimeters of the Stuka, because HMGs have much higher muzzle velocity, much more precise, and they can also penetrate ground targets, like tanks, weakly armored tanks, which 20 millimeters usually can't. So this is good, and it also has one little tail gunner machine gun. So overall great plane, and it has much better flying characteristics. It's significantly faster, like 100 kilometers faster than the Stuka, has a similarly bad climb rate, but has a much better turn rate. So once again, same thing as with the Panzer III-M. If you want to maximize the power of your BR2 Germans, these are the two squads that you really, really want, the Breda and the Panzer III-M. And something for, well, BR1 players, ironically enough, the Moshetto, underrated squad. Now, the Moshetto comes with a Moshetto rifle, which is surprisingly good for a BR1 rifle. This is quite perfect. Regarding the handling, the weapon is really good. You can see the sights are great. You can aim very well, and most importantly, it doesn't use the usual 5 rounds, it uses 6 rounds, and you can charge with it, of course, due to the bayonet. So this in itself is great, and unlike most other BR1 squads that you can get for if you're starting the game, this one is actually really well perked, because it has the performance of a BR3 rifleman squad. Once again, late game squad performance or squad perks straight up in BR1. This is very, very good. And they don't get a stupid vitality penalty as many premium squads get. These dudes get straight up very, very good perks. Very good perks. You can perk them perfectly for fast fire rate, and then the sport action becomes even much faster. So Yeah. Also, if you're a new player, you save up a lot of silver, because instead of having to equip 9 riflemen, buying them and so on, you already have all of that. And you don't have to buy them rifles, you don't have to upgrade them, because once again, you already have rifles. Only downside is they come with this knife that doesn't give any advantages, and you can't really take it off, because usually you can't take off premium knives and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's fine, it doesn't matter. If you're a new player, I would absolutely get a squad. It's gonna help you grind very, very nicely. Now, Germany has some other good things, though these things are also almost all currency heavy. They're not, well, here, they're not, for example, MG42 early squad, the possibly best German squad you can get, currency heavy. Out of the gold squads, many aren't that good. Now, there are actually many traps. Last time I recommended a bunch of squads for Germany. I bought all of them myself, tested them over months, and I can tell you they are straight up not worth getting. They need significant buffs, and you rather just wait and force Gaijin to actually buff the squads, because if people buy them, they will never get buffed. Because Gaijin only looks at the amount of sales. But if you don't buy them, yeah, then they will get buffed, and then they will be very much worth getting next time. So what are these squads? First of all, the Stag, simply not good enough for BR3. It would be good for BR2, but not for BR3. For example, it's so nerfed, it doesn't even have the machine gun it usually has, as you can see here. This is for a machine gun. This is a machine gun port. No, it doesn't have one. Yeah, so, yeah, this is nonsense. Then, another squad I got was the Ghost Sniper Squad. The Gewehr 41 Sniper. No, this is not a squad. Where is it? Gewehr 41. Here it is. Okay, actually hard to find. Ah, here it is. It looks very cool. This is literally the only reason I bought it. Problem is the Gewehr 41 is an extremely bad weapon. It's heavily nerfed. Like, the precision of the weapon is very bad, so you're gonna miss most of your shots. Especially on distance, which this weapon is literally shooting at, since it's a sniper rifle. So yeah, this weapon would need 15 bullets to hit reliably 5 bullets, even if you aim perfectly. But with this, it's just bad. Don't worry if you like squads like these. The Soviets have basically the same squad, but without the nerf. And the Soviet squad is actually worth getting, yeah? So this is a trap. Then the Flagbus is also a trap. It's a BR4 tank. That's good enough for BR3, but not more. It's a medium tank for BR3, but on BR4 it's insanely underpowered, especially since it doesn't have any armor. And it doesn't even properly shoot down enemy planes. Then things like the Dicker Max are very fun for its name, but once again, it's a BR3 tank that's barely playable. I have it, and I literally never play it. And every time I play it, it just ridiculously underperforms. You barely get any shells, your reload speed is bad, you don't have any armor, and you get killed by every random Molotov that flies your way. Yeah, so this is sadly just not good, not good enough again. And there are even some squads that theoretically could be good, but are significantly nerfed. For example, this Suomi has just a nerf fire rate, and the squad itself isn't too good either. This squad is overall bad, also has vitality nerf, and the Focke-Wulf 190 literally became unplayable because you have jet planes now. There's no reason to play this thing or a jet plane or the Tech Tree version. So, by the way, this is very similar to the, yeah, it's just bad. So don't fall into all of those traps for Germany. I took the time now specifically to talk about the bad squads because people last time constantly asked about many squads, why I didn't recommend them. Yeah, these squads are just way worse than they look like on surface. Usually, the problem is with how small the squads are, that they don't get proper specialists, especially not an engineer. They have very bad perks. If you pay for a squad a lot of money, and it's a high BR squad, it absolutely needs vitality, otherwise your soldiers will quickly die. Yeah, like most weapons in this game are only balanced by the fact that they don't one-shot vitality soldiers. But if you don't have, for example here, you really need vitality to get plus 35 life points. If you don't have this perk, most rifles, machine guns, semi-auto rifles one-shot you in this game. With this perk they don't. So your soldiers literally become twice as tanky because they require 2 hits. Yeah, like you would need something like this for every high BR squad, but Germany simply doesn't have it. And now the main attraction, the Soviets. Yes, prepare for a lot of Soviet bias, because this nation has almost as many recommended squads as all other nations combined. And I'm gonna spend a lot of gold on the Soviets, and I guess I'm gonna be forced to play Soviets a lot now in the next weeks, because they have infinite amounts of great stuff. First, they're a special return squad. What's the name? Where is it? Well, we eventually are gonna find it. I'm surprised I don't get recommended it instantly. I guess it's here. Where is the... here it is. Oh my god. Lewis gun. Yeah, the Lewis gun. Now, this squad is okay. They look very cool, and the weapon is also quite cool. The thing is though, it's not like one of those brain-dead machine guns that you can easily spray with. It actually requires to put in work regarding aim control, and this performs almost identical to the newly downranked DPM machine gun. Before the BR readjustments 1 or 2 weeks ago, this would have been very good for BR3. Now the squad is basically exactly what you also get for free in the tech tree. So the power basically disappeared, though it's still good. And the biggest advantage of the squad is you're gonna have 5 soldiers with machine guns and not just 3. So that's great. And you also have great perks on them. They are machine gunner 2s, not 3s, but still it's fine. They come with weapon aim speed, which is also a good advantage. And you can give them a 6 soldier, preferably a 2nd engineer, so you can actually build all of the school stuff fast. So yeah, this squad isn't overpowered compared to the tech tree, but it's still good. It's among the top power that you can build yourself. And it's very fun to play. It has all the utility with its universal engineers and the HMG nest and so on. So yeah, only downside is it's expensive because it doesn't get the discount. So if you want to be economical, I rather recommend you get one of the 6 other Soviet squads I can recommend. Not this one because it's not discounted. But if you don't care about the price, yep, it's one of the squads worth getting, though it's good, but it's not too great. Now, what is actually great? Now, here's a sleeper pick. Literally, the first thing you can buy, the PPT-27. What is this? This is an assaulter squad. BR1 weapon. Of course, it profits from the recent buff. It should come with 2 slots, one for engineer and one for engineer and tank gunner. So it has all the flexibility. You can play it on BR1, so perfect for grinding. And look at this weapon. It literally has a over 1000 fire rate. Yep, this is basically a PPSH on BR1. And the greatest thing about fire rates around 1100 is that they basically have burst mode integrated, because you just click and it's automatically 3 to 4 bullets or 5 bullets depending on how you click. And there's no easier way to aim. All of those people who lost their minds about the Gewehr Kurz having burst, yeah, guess what? This also has burst. Yeah, this also has burst fire. It's literally the same effort, and it's BR1. Yep, absolutely great weapon. Absolutely strong weapon, amazing squad. But this isn't where it ends, because these dudes also come with quite a useful perks. They're only assaulter once, but if you're playing on BR1 it barely matters. And they don't have the vitality penalty. Yeah, they get vitality bonus, so this is actually really, really good. So if you're a new player wanting to try out the Soviet bias, this is the perfect start. This is the absolutely perfect start. I don't need to grind the Soviets anymore, but I think I will get the squad just for fun. Also, it's so cheap. Relative to the strength of this weapon, it's actually worth getting. You don't even need to dual wield the weapon because it has quite a fast reload. though it still profits quite well from dual wielding it with the Tech 3 PPD, but large ammo pouches will also work very fine with that weapon. Then, for BR2, we have the Su-76. You might have seen this in a few of my footages over the last months. Basically the standard Soviet tank destroyer. Basically the Soviet Stag 3G, or Stag 3F. Unlike the German one, this is actually in BR2 where it belongs. So this squad is perfectly placed. Why? It has weak armor for BR2, but it has the by far most powerful deadly cannon in BR2 out of all nations. It's a long 76. For those who know the American Tech 3, 76 is much better than 75. And yeah, it's not different from for the Soviets. It's open top, it's very fragile, yes, but you literally just graze on camp with this tank and snipe everything across the whole map. And you don't even care about being up-tiered because it also one-shots all the BR3 tanks. This is how insanely powerful this cannon is. Yeah, this is a perfect tank destroyer. Very strong cannon, very weak defense, perfectly balanced and perfectly good for BR2. Very strong tank if you like playing BR2 Soviets. This is a very good dude. This is basically what the Dicker Max should be. Also, this one doesn't have a problem of shells. You actually get 60 shells. Unlike Dicker Max, who only gets like 22 or so, which is ridiculous. Yeah, this is literally how tank destroyers should work. And for BR2, they actually perfectly work. Just wonderful tank. You can't recommend it well enough. But once I bought it, I was very happy to play it. Also very fun. Then we get a insanely expensive squad, like 5,000 gold, $50. Now for half the price, the Yak 9K. Now what's so good about this? It's one of the most fun planes in the game. Because, first of all, you get a Attacker Pilot 3 perking, so perfect Fighter Pilot. Perfect perks, and you get, in combination with perfect flying characteristics for BR3, you get a 45mm Soviet cannon. This cannon, unlike the previous planes I showed, isn't bugged or nerfed. It actually penetrates tanks and it actually one-shots them. This is like the new German Pulkzerstörer on BR5 or the Duck plane on BR1, but it actually flies well. You can actually easily aim on the enemy tanks and you can actually one-shot them. And you have more than enough ammunition to kill the tank and everything else, especially enemy planes. So yeah, try it out. It's just so much fun. It's, yep. And you don't mind being up tier to BR4 because you also one-shot every German tank on BR4. You one-shot the Panthers and you one-shot the Tiger ones. So first of all, I won't even bother attacking the weak tanks. I go straight for the BR5 tanks. And we see we got tank destroyer that we didn't destroy, but we destroyed his transmission. Okay, I'm gonna do a return flight and show you how to aim with this thing. And of course, if you hit an enemy plane, it's gonna be dead. Yeah, it's gonna be dead. And unlike many other big shells in the sky, these shells don't have any trouble. They're not bugged against planes. They work perfectly against planes. Oh, what was that? Oh, what was that? You see? Yep. Yep. This is, yeah, the first time I guess we didn't get lucky. We just got very unlucky. Now we literally instantly blew up the two tanks. Absolutely great thing. Absolutely great play and very fun to play. Ridiculously overpriced though. But if you like stuff like that, this is the chance to get it for half the price. Then there's the, well, SKT-40. Now, this is exactly what I talked about with the German Ghost Snipers. Unlike that squad, this one just has a good weapon. BR3 snipers with semi-auto sniper rifles and an engineer, of course. Yep, very easy. Quite a low recoil, especially after perking. And you even have a good normal mode. Because if someone's close to you, you just do this. And it's actually, as you can see in real life, you're not obstructed. You can see if you're in a trench, you can see everything left, front, right of you. Yeah, this weapon is just perfectly designed. Yeah, no wonder the Soviet sniper rifles were highly valued during World War II, because yeah, this is just perfect engineering, and it works very well. Keep in mind, the Soviets have a similar rifle in the Tech Tree too, so unlike the Germans, you're not buying something absolutely exclusive, but still really good squad, and it's 5 snipers in one squad, unlike the normal Tech Tree squad. So this is a damn good squad. If you like sniping, if you want to have fun, this is just great. This is just great. Then AS-44, here. AS-44 Model 5, not Model 4, Model 5. Now, what's the difference? Model 5 is the bad squad, just a useless assaulter squad. Model 4 is the possibly most unfair squad in the whole game. Why? Because it's a paratrooper squad with one of the best weapons in the game, one of the best assault rifles in the game, that also comes with a bayonet, unlike the German one, for example. And it's a paratrooper squad. But that's not where it ends. You can exchange the weapon from this squad and put any weapon you want. So this squad is playable on all BRs. You just buy the squad and you can play it on BR 1 if you're a new player, or on BR 5. This is obviously also a great squad for new players, because yeah, you can literally start grinding the game with it. And if you reach the higher BRs, it always adapts to whatever you're playing. This is as flexible as every squad should be, by the way, but due to Soviet bias, only the Soviets get this. Other nations don't get this flexibility. So, yep, absolutely perfect squad. And the value is higher the higher you play, because obviously on low BR the weapons are easy to grind and don't cost much. But on high BR, buying 6 assault rifles perfectly perked, perfectly upgraded is very expensive. Don't worry, these come for free. You have 6 of them in the squad. So yeah, absolute must buy for every Soviet player. Absolutely. And it even has a good price. Yeah, for that price, an enlisted premium squad can't get any better than this. And for the end, one thing I'm going to get myself absolutely too, the belt-fed DP. Now this squad used to be, well, okay. Now, due to recent moderate buffs, it became actually good. First of all, they look quite funny with these jumpsuits. Secondly, the weapon itself is quite good, because it's a BR4 weapon that has the performance of basically a BR5 weapon. You don't get 100 round machine guns with these stats on BR4. So this is the first advantage. Second advantage, it's a 6-man squad. Well, you can add 1 more engineer. So you have, as usual, all the advantages of a machine gunner squad. And one thing many people get wrong is that they see assaulter squads, premium ones, and they completely overestimate them. Because the problem with premium assaulter squads, they basically always have 5 or 6 soldiers, which is 1 less. Yeah, they can use 5 to 6 SMGs, which is 1 more than usual, but still. The premium machine gunner squads are much better value, because they also come with the same squad size. Once again, you can add another engineer. But they have 5 machine guns, which is 2 more than normal squads. Now, guess what? Machine guns are limited for a reason, because they're stronger than SMGs overall. Especially your bots are very good with these things. So, yep, this is just very good. On BR4, yeah, on BR4 this weapon is just, yep, it shreds everything. And of course you get your universal engineer that can build everything, including HMG nests. Yep, so this squad is absolutely recommendable. It's similar to the Fedorov MG squad. It's a squad that has the power level of a BR5 squad that you can play on BR4. Also absolutely great, absolutely cool and fun. The Soviets are one of the few nations, if you get the premium squads, that are really good on BR4, because you literally don't mind being up-tiered. And if you play, once you reach BR5, if you dual wield them with an RD-44, you have the absolutely best machine gunner setup in the game. So yeah, that's it. As you can see, Soviets come with insanely overpowered stuff and a lot of great stuff, whereas other nations not necessarily, but still, these are the squads absolutely worth getting. If you want to get other squads, of course, you can get them, though they're not that good overall. And some of them are fine. I didn't go into detail about the fine squads, because then the video would be 3 hours or so, but most are absolutely bad traps that you want to avoid. For those wondering why there are so many bad squads, simple, most were just badly designed, and many are bad because they were before the merge, where the balance system was very different, and many of those weak squads were actually playable, but now they are completely unplayable, so that's a problem. Alright, that's it. Let me know what you think, and which squads you think I might have under or overrated, and which squads you would recommend, or what you will get for yourself. I'm gonna make a video like in 1 or 2 weeks with the squads I got myself to show you how they play and show you some fun stuff. And yep, until soon, goodbye.